110391, Jarryd Roughead, Gippsland Power.
Ruffy, thanks for joining us, mate. It's been a big few weeks for you. Talk us through exactly what happened and how you discovered you had an issue.
First of all, there was like a little blister on my lip that I thought would just go away. And looking over time, it probably lasted about 4 or 5 months. So I mentioned to the docs that this wasn't healing, and they sent me to a dermatologist the Friday before we played Essendon. And on the Tuesday after Essendon, it came back as positive, so it was pretty quick within a few days.
Ruff, tell us about how you felt when you heard the melanoma diagnosis, because we all know how serious melanoma can be. It must have hit you like a ton of bricks.
They say there's 3 types of little cancers you can get, and obviously melanoma is the worst. So from when the doc got me in the room, it became clear that he was pretty serious about what was going to happen. So he booked me in pretty quick, and I was done Wednesday night. And then you had to wait a period of time with the test to see if it comes back benign. Obviously, when you're sitting around just thinking what it could be and what it couldn't be, your mind does play games on you. So there was a few stages there where you're down in the dumps. You know, the worst thing is sitting at home and looking at Google on what could actually happen. So footy becomes, I suppose, second in terms of what happens with your life. And
so to one of our regulars, and they served as best men at each other's weddings, which is everything you need to know about a friendship. Jordan Lewis, welcome.
Thank you.
How tough has this couple of days been?
It's been extremely tough. I found out yesterday about 4:30. He had an appointment with his doctor, which is a 6-month checkup, and as soon as he got out of that and understood what was going on, he called me.
What did he tell you?
I was driving home. So we had our team meeting, and I was driving home, and he called me and just asked me where I was, and I said I was nearly home. He goes, "Are you able to come back to the club?" And usually when someone asks you that, it's all Clarko's sort of a meeting that he wants to come up with, and he called me, and he sort of just broke down and asked for me to come back.
And did you spend the night together from there, more or less?
Yeah, so we obviously went back out to the club, and then Ruffy had to go home and tell the people that were most important to him and closest to him. So I just wanted to be around when he did that. It's obviously a pretty emotional time, and you need support of friends and family, and I just made sure that I was there and for anything that he needed.
Has it shaken him up, and did it shake you up by extension?
Yeah, I mean, when he first got the scare with his lip, it was probably a little bit unknown, and he probably didn't know really how to react. But certainly the news that he got yesterday has shaken him up, and I mean, probably in his head he thought he was over it, because he had a scan 6 months ago and nothing showed up, and he thought he was over it. But obviously the scan this time showed differently. So
we take our cues through you here. How serious is it?
It's very serious. It's extremely serious. I mean, any form of cancer is serious, but it's going to be a bit of a tough road for him. But we're there for him.
When we all look at Jarryd Roughead, when we all look at footballers and actually anyone who's got cancer, but being at footy, you look at Ruffy and you think to yourself, God, he's just a tower. He's so bubbly and strong, and he's up. When he was talking to you, and it was, as I would imagine, as best friends, you were getting down to the nitty-gritty. Was that same strength there, or did you see a side of your mate thinking, "Oh, this is hit him hard. This is going to be tough for him"? Yeah,
no, it hit him hard. I mean, when we were both at the club, we just sat in our player development manager's office, and we both just sort of had a bit of a cry. And I mean, no words were needed. I mean, but yeah, the seriousness of it would break anyone down, no matter how strong or how fit you are.
Do you feel helpless in some ways?
You do. You do, but what you've got to understand is that the help that he is getting is extremely good. And I suppose what we need to do as a club and as players is trying to make the club as normal as possible. I mean, because when he's away from the club, he's obviously dealing with what he needs to deal with. So he would want us, and it would be the best thing for him if whenever he came to the club to just be as normal as possible.
You sat here and watched the package. We call it the package, highlights of Jarryd Roughead playing then. And I asked you, how you feeling watching your mate on TV, and you said it's been a long time, seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it would be nice to have him back when, I mean, he was really looking forward to coming back. He's a pretty resilient sort of guy, so he'd put in a lot of hard work, and a lot of that hard work was away from the main group because he wasn't able to train. So he was really looking forward to being back and playing the game that he absolutely loves. And that's just been taken away from him for a little while. But as Chris Fagan said, I mean, that is secondary to what we're dealing with at the moment, and that's his health and making sure he's okay. And we'll be there for him.
It seems as though with the support he's got around him and the medical advice that he has a clear course of action over the next short period of time. Yeah. So he will have a biopsy, and then that'll eventuate into some sort of treatment. And the timeline is a little bit unsure at the moment. So I think once he has that biopsy, he and the rest of us will be a lot clearer in terms of what happens after that. The goodwill today is we know he is one of the most popular footballers in the competition, and from every corner it has poured in today, and some of those tweets are being shown at the moment. It will be, I'm sure to some degree it will be heartening to him, but it must be also heartening to a mate to see just how much, how he has endeared himself to people in the way that he's always conducted himself. Yeah, I suppose when you're close to someone, you don't realise the impact he has on a lot of people. It's when you're at distance to someone, and if they have some sort of impact on you, you realise that the one, made a really good character, but two, just a genuinely good bloke. And he's one who is just loved by everyone, footy fans, by the way that he plays, but also by the way he conducts himself off the field. And was shown today with the outpouring of tweets and stuff like that in support of Ruffy, but he'll need all of that.
It's not just Ruffy. As Jarryd said at the top of the show, he was your best man, you were his best man. He only got married in January. I mean, everyone's sort of caring for Jarryd at this moment, but I would imagine his family, his new wife, would need a lot of care, and I suppose that's when the full football club gets behind the family. Yeah, it is, and I suppose that's what friends are for. It's not only to look after the person himself, but also his wife and family, and because they're probably the ones that see it every day and are hit by it the most. So, I mean, the club is exceptional at dealing with these sort of situations, and Sarah will get the support that she needs off the club, and also off myself and my wife Lucy, and all of her friends as well. How do you play footy? How do you play footy on Friday night as a collective? Yeah, it'll be hard. But you just got to. As harsh as it is, you just got to move on in a way, and I think Ruffy would want that. And you've just got to. What has happened, and we've just got to beat it. I think we all would say thank you. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Often we say that you never hear a bad word said about someone, but I think legitimately, as long as he's been involved in the game, Shane, I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about Jarryd Roughead. He is a much-loved figure. Why is that?
He's just a good country boy. You know, he came down from Leongatha when Buddy Franklin and Jordan Lewis arrived at the club, and he's probably sort of snuck under the radar for a while, and he's just a wonderful guy. Everyone loves him. It's really rocked the football club. It's really rocked the players this week. He's got a huge battle on his hands, and I just want to say on behalf of the Footy Show and everyone out there, we just love you, Rough, and I know it's going to be a bloody tough time.
Yeah,
I'll jump in and save you there, Shane, because it's pretty tough for everyone involved in the Hawthorn Footy Club, and of course no one stands more for that than yourself. Jarryd Roughead is a great friend of ours on this show. He's been a part of the Footy Show now for a decade or more. He's one of the better people you'll ever meet in football, but it's not just our view, it's pretty much the view of the whole of the AFL community, and lots of AFL players from all around the country and all around the different clubs wanted to send this message to our great friend Jarryd Roughead.
Ruffy, just wanted to say I'm thinking of you, mate, and after working with you over the last few years, there's many footy obstacles and life challenges that you've overcome. There's no doubt this will be no different. So from myself, my son Ned, the Carlton Footy Club, mate, I'm just wishing you, Sarah, your family and the Hawthorn Football Club all the best. Stay strong, mate.
Our thoughts are with you and your family and Sarah at this time. Just like the whole footy world, we hope to see you back on the ground in no time. Good luck, mate.
Me, Anna, Louis and Billy, wishing you all the best, and you know, you're a fighter. Keep on fighting, brother, and we love you, man. You know, little Louis still running around saying, you know, Uncle Ruffy Gunner kicking the footy, so he loves you, man, and misses you, so keep fighting, brother. We love you.
On behalf of all the Collingwood Football Club, staff, supporters, members, players, coaches, just want to wish you all the best in this fight. Much love from our football club to your family, your beautiful wife Sarah. If there's anything you can do, mate, shout out. We're here to help you.
Rough, just a quick message, mate, to send my love. My prayers are with you, mate. The whole footy world's behind you. You can see by the volume of text messages you've probably got, the support through the media outlets, social media, whatever. Mate, larger-than-life character. Love you to bits, and wish you all the best, mate. Can't wait to have a beer.
Some sad business. Jarryd Roughead, have you spoken to him?
I've shared text with him, not spoken directly. He was, I think he's in good spirits, and he's a resilient guy.
So you had a full workout in the gym yesterday, full gym session.
Yeah, I understand he was out at the club, and you know, he's clearly the club and the players are a huge part of his life, and I think they'll be, you know, help him get through this.
As you know, a lot of people have been contacting us about some sort of gesture of support to tonight's game against Sydney. I backed off it because we got the message that Jarryd didn't want it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my understanding, Neil, and I hope that he's thrilled with the support and appreciates it and thankful, but he just wants to get on with his treatment. He doesn't want to be blowing it up, and he doesn't want anything tonight. That's our feedback. Yeah.
So not even a banner or something.
No,
like
just wants to get on the Hawthorn to get on, win, and he's going about his business.
That's a clap for Jarryd Roughead. It's a 2-minute mark of the second quarter, and that's an acknowledgement and respect for a favourite Hawthorn player. So a lovely little moment.
Canterbury smothered off the Berg.
On the ball, go through. Dive on it.
Terrific.
Swans fans as well.
As you'd expect. Roughead, much loved around the AFL.